let's get into it, guys.
I'm gonna watch.
Andor season 2, the trailer. We got a little picture here. This was so exciting. I don't know how you guys feel about Andor, the first season. Any of you guys have any thoughts on the first season? Jake, how'd you feel about the first season?
I've only got incredible things to say. I can't say it's the best piece of Star Wars ever because it doesn't exist without the originals. And heck, it doesn't exist without the prequels either because it builds on that so much. Of what they've been doing, their efforts since the Disney acquisition. I mean, it's in a league of its own. I mean, there's a reason that after the show came out, I mean, real awards and critics were really lauding the show, saying this is really fantastic for them, despite the fact that it takes place in the Star Wars universe. And for those of us that are fans and tend to watch everything, I mean, it was a beautiful surprise. And it seems like they had a 2-season plan to begin with.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see what they do with now. All the eyes are on them, but it's almost going to feel a bit like a victory lap, I think.
Yeah, Jake, what do you want to see? What do you want to see in season 2?
You know, the things that surprised me the most from season 1 were things I never even would have thought of. I wasn't expecting it to be a show that only had story arcs instead of being episodic versus one whole story told over a couple episodes. It's really 3 main stories. I mean, the story of his home world, of the heist on Aldhani, and then the prison break.
The heist, so good.
and the prison break on Moana 5. So I think I just want good. I think they said it's going to be 4 story arcs. Yeah. I'm just excited to find out what they are.
I'm kind of tempted to binge it before because I watched it once, one episode at a time, and I feel like it might even be better as a binge. You know what
I think you should watch the story arcs. So watch the first 3 episodes, watch the watch the heist arc,
almost
watch
like a movie.
The next 4 episodes that would get you the prison arc, and then the final 2. I'd do it on 4 different nights, and it'd be a treat. I've done it like that since.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
So, that's awesome. So let's get into like some of our favorite moments from the trailer. Some of the best moments. I thought it was crazy seeing Stormtroopers again. I don't know if that's just like refreshing for me, like just classic Stormtroopers in the wheat. They're just out in the fields. Anybody, Wade, favorite moments from the trailer? Anything that you can think of?
You told me beforehand. Apparently, it was a controversy, but I loved the music choice.
Really, you liked it?
I loved it. Yeah, I was like, hey, I love the early 2000s, and I mean, doing a punk rock song. I mean, about revolution. Stand up and fight against the big man. I mean, I'm all for it. I liked it.
That's interesting.
It's unique choice for Star Wars, but
it's all over the internet. It's kind of like the same thing with Gladiator 2. They did like a rap song with like ancient, it's like doesn't really make sense, but I like that you liked it. It's a good opinion. Anybody else, any favorite moments from the trailer, guys? Anything you can think of? John, the guns are back. The Star Wars guns. There's a lot of guns in this.
Yeah. Guns. Yeah. What am I looking? What was my favorite part? There's a lot. It looks like there's going to be a lot more
action heavy. I agree with that.
The second season, definitely. So I think it was all the action was my favorite. I think that was a complaint. I know a lot of people for the first season was a little.
It's a lot of exposition, a lot of talking. Yeah.
Yeah, which I didn't mind it because I mean it's so different. It was so different compared to like the rest of the Star Wars shows, and seeing that kind of like explain everything. It felt more grounded. It felt more, real.
Yeah,
I guess.
Do you think they're going to stick the landing like leading up into Rogue One, John? Do you think they're going to do it? I mean, we got that little tease in the last season,
I think so. I think they will. Yeah, I Tony Gilroy, he's great. The director.
Yeah, it is Tony Gilroy. Yeah,
he's he's done a lot. I mean, it's funny thinking about him because I remember watching it was Armageddon. He was a writer for that show, for that movie.
That's hilarious.
I was like, what? I saw his name. I was like, Tony Gilroy? I was like, I can't believe that.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to see how far he's gone. Like see his whole.
Yeah. You never know. You never know where you might see him. Yeah. I know we're getting like most of our characters back, but also K2SO. How do you guys feel about that? Played by Alan Tudyk. He's pretty awesome. Sam, how you feeling about this trailer? Any thoughts?
I watched the trailer, and I can't remember if it was this or the little teaser.
the special, yeah.
Yeah, but when they showed director Krennic, I think is his name.
Yeah, director Krennic. What the heck?
I really liked his character in Rogue One. I thought he was funny, being like super pompous all the time, and meanwhile everybody just thinks he's a goober and can't do anything right. But I'm excited for him to be back. I'm excited for K2SO. I'm excited to see how they, if they're gonna end it maybe like right before Rogue One starts, or if they're gonna have it lead into when we first meet Cassian Andor and K2SO into Rogue One. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what you forgot one of the best characters, Cyril Karn. He's returning.
Cyril Karn.
Probably, hopefully, eating more cereal.
Cyril Karn eating cereal.
Have you guys seen him in real life?
I can't wait.
Because his name is Kyle, and he's like he sounds like a Kyle. Like he's like, oh man,
he has a big beard too.
Like, people just blew up at my cereal. Like he's just such a Kyle in real life.
That's awesome.